Hi and welcome. My name is Julianne Cost, and in the next few minutes we're going to take a look at all of the new typographic features in Photoshop CC. I'm going to begin by tapping the T key, which will select the Type tool. And as many of you have probably discovered, when you roll over any of the fonts in the font list, you actually get a live preview of that font in your image area. In addition, we can now sort by different classes of fonts. So if I select this and I just want to see serif fonts, for example, now I'm limited to just seeing those. Or if I want to see maybe my sans serif fonts, now all of the fonts in the list are sans serif. All right, let's go ahead and set that back to all classes. If I scroll up to the very top, you can see the recently used fonts, and by default it will limit this list to 10. However, you can set the preference up to 100. Now, we can also filter just on our Typekit fonts, or we can go ahead and filter on our favorites. Now, the way that you would create a favorite is simply by clicking on the star icon next to the font. Now, when I filter on those favorites, all we see are those starred typefaces. Excellent. The next option here is to search on just similar fonts. So whatever typeface you have selected, when you enable this, Photoshop will look through all of the fonts that you have installed, and it will give you the top 20 similar fonts to the one that you have selected. In addition, underneath the drop-down menu for font size, you'll notice that they've added a 16-point option. And over here in the Properties panel, if I wanted to change the position, I can do so by using the XY coordinates here. In the Paragraph panel, I know many of you will be happy to know that hyphenation is now turned off by default. And in the glyphs, we can see all of our recently used glyphs. We can also sort our glyphs by the ID or by Unicode. And if we select the designer favorites, you can see that a number of additional items have been added here. One additional thing to add about glyphs, any of the characters that have the small square, I just want to point out if you click and hold on those, it will actually show you additional alternate glyphs. And finally, even though this isn't new, if you go under the Type menu and you choose Font Preview Size, you can change this. By default, it's set to medium. I've actually got it set to none, and that way when I am choosing from my different typefaces, this drop-down menu is not as wide because we don't have to see that extra sample over there to the right. Excellent. So there you have it, a quick overview of all of the typographic features in Photoshop CC. My name's Julianne. Thanks for watching.